Hello, everyone. Smoothie, the fact that your clip...
I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh.
The fact that
Megano
your...
2 tap, Megano 2 tap, Megano 2 tap.
Sleeping, thank you for 61 months. I appreciate you. The fact that your clip's name includes "This is Sparta" might be my most favorite thing that's ever happened. Impeccable. You noticed that too? It's so good. Alright. Hey guys, guess what? I had a thought last night after stream ended. You know, this hat that we're knitting is a hat of resistance. It's a hat that says, fuck you. What if it was actually a hat that said that? And so I went ahead and looked it up and found out how they used to knit Morse code into garments. So obviously Morse code is different, dots and dashes. When you're knitting, it's dots and a dash is 3. Well, technically these are purls. So this would be one purl, a knit, and 3 purls, and that's a dot and a dash. So we're not quite at the point yet where I can put my code into the hat. What I think I want to do is stick it where... Hi, Mom! Mom, I'm literally Aunt Shirley. I think that I want to instead stick it like right in between the transition from the knits and purls to just the knits. Because that was the thing with how people would hide code in knitting. It was in an inconspicuous spot. You weren't trying to let them see or know. It was supposed to be hidden. Uh-oh. Are we good? Everything lagged. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Everything on my end just went like... So initially... Lag for a moment. All good. Okay. Initially, I didn't know how the dots and dashes were done. So initially, I just wrote down the actual, you know, how things... This is going to be a very F-bomby stream, and I don't really care. And then I learned how it was done. So I can't put both sayings on there. Because... Hang on. I didn't do the math. I just know that it's too much. 7, 14, 21, 24, 35. 35 plus 34 is how much? Is 69. Nice. It could. It could. I would agree. So there are... I could also put this twice. Based on the number of stitches I have. Yeah. So I could put this sentiment twice, so it like wraps around the whole hat. I'm okay with that. How 10, 13, 18. I could I also was like, how much would it be to put F this in general? That's 18 stitches. Oh no, wait. Shoot. Chat, wait, my numbers are wrong. Crap. Because I need a space in between each letter. I need a space in between each letter. Okay. That's fine. We can still do this. I actually, hold on. Oh, Mom, we're making a hat. So, there's this hat out. That this company in Minnesota designed. It's a $5 pattern. It is a direct... It's inspired by a hat worn in the 1940s by Norwegians who were, against Nazi occupation. And it has been brought back to be used as a way of protesting ICE occupation. And so there are a ton of people knitting it. This company is the little knit shop. It's a 4-person shop in Minnesota, so it's a small mom and pop kind of thing. They are donating all of the profits from this hat, like all of the money. And they have donated $650,000 so far to aid those affected by what's happening in Minnesota. And I love that. So we're knitting one. We're making the hat. I know. It's incredible. And then I, like I said, had the thought of, well, what if I also add a little secret code in the hat? So I'm thinking that my secret code is going to go right along here. How would the text translate to crochet? I wonder. A puff stitch for dots, what for dashes? That's hard. I wonder if anyone... Crocheting Morse code. Let's see. Knitting used to be the way to send messages back in the day. Like, people would hide messages in knit garments. So some people are saying you could use 2 different colors and each stitch, just like the knit one. So like if you use 2 different colors, you could do like this color, like one color would be for dashes and one color would be for dots. Right, but single crochets look the same. So how would you differentiate? After watching knitting tutorials this morning, I'm ready to knit anything and everything. I love that for you. I love that. All right. So we're going to chart this out real quick, and then we're going to get into knitting. So that's... Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of tricky. I'm sure that someone has come up with like a way. I would think the same kind of thing. Like you could, yeah, some person did dots, like like you were saying. So if you wanted to do that, that's just more noticeable. Because like 3 dots is like, it's very, maybe, you know what you could even do, instead of doing like a real, like a true bobble, what if you did like a small one? What if you just did like 2 or 3 stitches instead of like a full bobble where it gets like really big? Like what if you just made a tiny bump? Also, hi Mushroom, how are you? Sorry. That way it would be a little bit more like subtle, but still like there, you know? Ready to be done for the day? Still so much to do. I hear you. I may have a long night ahead of me. I'm not sure. I've been getting ready to trap the cats that need to get neutered. I was going to wait a little longer. But last night I was trying to coax Mittens over to me to try and remove that stupid extra long collar. Because I'm like, well, if Tigger comes right up to me and I can pet him and everyone's fine, maybe I can get him to come up. No, I could not. But last night while I was attempting to do so, right? So like here, oh no, all right. All of a sudden he goes running off. Hi, Allison. And he got all puffy, and I'm like, uh-oh, why are we all puffy?
Who's there?
I'm like, what's going on? Who's over there? I'm gonna turn the volume down because Pippin is sleeping so happily. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I have confirmed that Mr. Mittens here, also not neutered. So I don't know. Anyway, all of a sudden, there's no fighting, don't worry. I wouldn't show that. But there is screaming. There is angry cat yowling and puffing. And I'm like, all right, like let's be cool, guys. I don't know what's going on. And there's Tigger. That is the sound of 2 cats screaming at each other. I'm trying to get them with food to stop. I'm trying to get them to just knock it off. And they're just not. They're each puffed up. Neither one backs down. I was eventually able to get them before anyone ended up in like a bloodbath by throwing food in their direction. And that was like enough to distract them. And they both kind of like looked away. Y'all, this went on for several minutes. And then they finally, like I said, separated. And then, what does this little snot do? to be nice. Hi. That's not nice. Okay, I gotta close this door because you can't go in. That's not nice. Alright? That's not. It's not. There's enough food for everyone, okay? The little, like, but why? Like the sad little cry. So after that, the trap went out. The trap, that's, if you look on the Maple camera, there's just a trap on the back step. And last night, so Sequoia has no fear of the trap. Sequoia went in, ate all the food that was in there, and left. I wasn't gonna... He might need to also be TNR'd. He's not causing fights, so he's not my direct concern right now. I'll trap him at some point and have him checked out. Inky came by, and Inky has the ear tick, which means he has been TNR'd. He saw the trap and was like, whoa, I didn't know it was this kind of place. Hold up. Time out. And I was like, Inky baby, you know what? This trap is not out here for you. I said, you have already been TNR'd. And I just gave them food. I was like, you don't need to eat the food in the trap. You can eat here. Like, you've been there, done that. Because he was like, I know what happened last time I went into one of those. But Birch, who also needs to be neutered, would not go into the trap. He came by, he saw it, and was like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Space between two letters, space between two words. How many spaces between one word? Oh, wait. So yeah, I'm getting ready to trap them. I called the shelter, made sure that they were accepting TNRs. They said yes. They said that I could also bring him in as a stray and put him on stray hold, because then they could treat him for his wounds. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I set up a space in the garage on the floor to keep the cage in overnight because it's gonna be cold. And I feel bad. Because, like, it's gotta get done. It's not my fault that you're failed by your people. And I also, like, prepped my car. Because I'm like, if he has an accident because of stress or anything like that, I don't want my car getting ruined. So I made all the necessary preparations. And the trap is out. I know that they'll all go in it. And then if I can tonight, I will, hopefully, my goal is Tigger. Because he seems to be the most, the most in need of help. Yes, I can grab a link for the Morse code. I can also... Oh my god, there was a Dratini and I wasn't even paying attention. I'm also, okay with sharing, like, what I ended up writing. But this is what I found. It's a free download. It's literally what I'm using right now. It's a worksheet and the chart. Alright, and then this is 1, 2. It was sweet. I was, like, having a meltdown last night, panicking about, like, trapping them. And I messaged Kenya. Because she and I are buddies and we were talking, and she was like, girl, if you want to call me while you trap him, call me. So I ended up on the phone with her for, like, an hour last night. And, of course, he didn't end up coming back. But like I said, it was actually great because I was able to make all the preparations, like, today to get it all ready for tomorrow. Or tonight, I guess I should say. So. Alright, so how many... So this is 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait. Hold on. This was 60 stitches. So 60... 61, 62, 60. So that's 73 stitches total. I technically have 20 stitches to work with. But that's not a lot. And honestly, you can't even, like, do the year. The year would take up, like... $15 plus 11, 26. Plus 3, that's 29. So yeah, not too much. Too much. Yeah, there's 23 extra stitches. Like, based on how many you cast on. If you're using worsted weight yarn. If you're using a different weight yarn, the pattern gives you how to make these hats in fingering weight, DK, or worsted. If you are using a lighter weight yarn, you could repeat this message twice. You could probably do both of them because you are stitching more stitches. So, yeah. No. Oh, no worries. Don't ever apologize for being quiet. I love that you're crafting. If you're able to let me know what you're crafting before you go back and do it, please do so. And then enjoy your crafty time with us. That's like the last thing to ever apologize for. Thanks, Mia. Have a good night. Hi, Miss Ma'am. Can I fit in my day? No worries. Listen, I appreciate you all being here, whether you are lurking or chatting, whether you're crafting, like whatever. It's welcome. I welcome it. Amigurumi Tiger for hubby's birthday. Aw, I love that. Oh, you know what I decided to do earlier today? I had been, once upon a time, working on adding some, like, securing stitches to my temperature blanket because it ended up being so big and so heavy that I felt better if I did that. And I was like, let me just do a row while I was watching curling. It took hours. You need to do the pattern backwards because of the direction we were working in the hat. See, part of me isn't sure because a lot of times how the code would be read is by the soldier actually, I don't know if you guys know this, it would be by the soldier frogging the piece. And at like, because there were different ways of putting the information. There could be skip stitches as like dots, dashes, or words. And then the knits and pearls is like Morse code. And a lot of times they would like undo, and like as they came to like the different stitch would make like a note. So that's an interesting question. I don't. Let's see. This lady, okay, here, you're all ready for a little history lesson? Phyllis Doyle, a secret agent for Britain during World War II. I don't know when this was written. It said, and now at 100, the last surviving woman who spied for the Special Operations Executive spent the war years sneaking information to the British using knitting as a cover. She parachuted into occupied Normandy in 1944 and rode stashed bicycles to troops, chatting with German soldiers under the pretense of being helpful. Then she would return to her knitting kit, in which she hid a silk yarn ready to be filled with secret knotted messages, which would translate using Morse code equipment. I always carried knitting because my codes were on a piece of silk. I had about 2,000 I could use. When I used a code, I would just pinprick it to indicate it had gone. I wrapped the piece of silk around a knitting needle and put it in a flat shoelace, which I used to tie up my hair. I can remember being taken... This was back in 2009. I can remember being taken to a station and a female soldier made us take off our clothes to see if we were hiding anything. She was looking suspiciously at my hair, so I just pulled my lace off and shook my head, and that seemed to satisfy her. I tied my hair back up with the lace. It was the most nerve-wracking moment. The knitting pattern to non-knitters may look undecipherable and not unlike a secret code to begin with. In October 1918, reported that Germans were knitting whole sweaters to send messages, which was perhaps an exaggeration. When the German authorities carefully unraveled such a sweater, the story went, they found the wool thread dotted with many knots. By making a vertical door frame with the letters of the alphabet spaced an inch apart, the knots could be deciphered as words. By measuring the yarn along this alphabet and marking which letters the knots touched. Oh, that's so good. I love this. Want to do it backwards? Backwards. If you knit it in order, it would frog in reverse order. You're right. So I do need to do it backwards. That's confusing. Like, that makes doing this code on the fly even wilder. Alright, we still have a couple more rounds of just knit purl to do before we get to our secret code, so... Yeah, knitting used by the Belgian resistance during World War II included dropping a stitch which would form a hole for one sort of train passing, and purling a stitch which formed a bump in the fabric for a different type, which helped the resistance track the logistics of their enemies. Oh, I love it. Elizabeth Bentley, an American who spied for the Soviet Union during World War II and later became a U.S. informant, used her knitting bag to sneak early plans for the F-29 bombs and information on aircraft creation. Aw, thanks, AC. Thank you for the 25 stream streak. With a flat item, you may be able to do it forward. The hat technically makes it more... Oh, that's true. You know what's actually kind of funny? Aunt Shirley used to always make her hats flat. And then she would sew them. What if she always made them flat because she was used to knitting in code? I really think that they might have. I have no proof of that other than the fact that every single woman in my Aunt Shirley's family knit. Like, all of the sisters and their mom. I mean, they were just in New York, though, so... At least as far as we know, who the heck knows what they were actually doing? They all had different names. That's the thing. Aunt Shirley's real name wasn't Shirley. my grandma's first name wasn't actually her first name either. Like, the name that we called them they weren't their names. That's the part that makes me go, wait a minute. I mean, I don't think they were, but I like to imagine that they were. I can turn this off for now. They're still cool even if they weren't true. Anyway, thanks for history time with Megan. Hi, Petrichor. Ooh, your cross-stitch kit came? That's fun. Have you started it yet? I love it when new craft items are acquired. Same. I love it when we learn new crafts. Me too. I love new crafts, even getting new supplies, yeah. There's a pile of laundry on my bed I should really fold. Oh. That sucks. I get to buy a better diamond dot tray when I finish my current painting. Ooh, I love doing stuff like that. Being like, I get a little treat if I do this thing. That's what the laundry chair is for. Prep my next diamond dot, and I really want to start, but I've forgotten that I was supposed to be a reward for finishing unpacking, and I haven't done that yet. One thing that I kind of... Sir, there's a bird. There's spilled cat food on the floor in the thing, and so there's a bird hopping in there to get it. Look at him, look at him. He's like, I don't mind. I get this. There's a bird in my trap. So our trap is set. I love how we did this. This was like brilliant on my part to think of. Pat Self on back. Brilliant of the person who designed this trap and shared how to make it on YouTube. You know remote controlled car door unlockers? Did you know that you can buy those on Amazon? Like the whole kit? Do you know that they make battery-powered ones? And it has a little thing that, like, moves. And so you can, the trap, has a line, if you will. And normally when they step on the plate that you can see here, this is the trigger plate normally, the door closes. But the issue becomes you trap animals you don't want, you trap cats you don't mean to trap, and it just becomes tricky. So with this remote door thing, the reason that there's like a weird bump over here is there is a plastic Tupperware that is zip tied to the cage. And it has the car start mechanism inside of there. And what happens is you set the trap by lifting the door and you push like the lock button, and the lock, this, I hate that it's the lock button to open it and the unlock button to close it, but whatever. And you push the lock button and it pulls the thing out, so it's in the ready position. And then as soon as the animal's in there, you push the unlock button in this case, and the little spring mechanism that would open and close your car door, it like it gets smaller, and so the door ends up dropping and you trap your animal. And then that trigger plate becomes like it doesn't do anything. You have to like you change where the like what mechanism controls the door. It's pretty magical. Sharpie and a paint pen to reverse it. I mean, the good news is that technically I could just panic and push both buttons and it would close. It could not open again by pushing the button to lock the door, because the trap locks when it closes. So you have to manually like unlock, like you have to push down on a thing and then lift the trap door. So even if you push the wrong button, it won't open. It's not like it's gonna just like sit there and open and close the flap. Be like, they're free, there's closed, there's trapped, they're free, they're trapped, they're free, they're trapped. It's a really cool way of doing this. Smoothie. Life, death, life, death. But I set up a space in my garage to put them. Like I said, I have pee pads in a garbage bag. On the back of my car. Here, you guys want to see my setup? James was actually brilliant. He goes, we have pee pads, put those down too. So here's my garage floor. There's pee pads underneath the towel. That way, they're not cold against like the floor. So there's 2 towels down. And then that's the back of my car. So that's Patches. We have like a little like car like hammock kind of thing that's waterproof. But then I still put like a garbage bag down, because when cats spray, it stinks. It stinks so bad. And then pee pads down on top of it. So I'm ready. Opens when she stands near it, but we waiting, having to tell her to step forward. Oh, put her outside this morning, forgot until I heard the door open. Oh, good for her. What a good baby. It's so exciting when they figure things like that out. Sweet girl. So smart, right? Stopping my brain from overheating. Yeah, it's like when you stick your foot out from under the covers when it's too warm, and just by putting your foot out, that's enough to cool you down. Same idea. How many? About 5 rows in an inch for me. She lives somewhere they let her in and out when they wanted, so she can figure out she can go. Yeah. That was like once Maple and Pippin learned how to use the cat door going in and out of our house. They were inside more often than not, but the fact that they could like come in, go out, whatever. But yeah, that moment for them when they realized how to do it was just like the greatest. Gotta turn the radio down. I can't see things. I stick my tongue out to focus. Frou Frou appears. That's why I get a stray piece of yarn always stuck to the end of my tongue. That's so true about the radio, yeah. You know what it is? It's just that you're overstimulated at that point, and it's like you can't focus on also trying to look at something. You know? Oh, I've never had a car that automatically changes the volume. That's wild. Hi, Tigress. How are you? That would make me crazy. That I would not be happy about that either. Hanging in there. Trying to psych myself up to TNR tonight. Especially because, like, the way that I have to drive to bring the cat to the shelter is, like, the way that's hard for me. So... I have to, but, I mean, this is the crazy thing. I shouldn't have to do this. These are someone's pets. But I'm the kind of person that's not gonna let anyone suffer. Animal, person, whatever. If I can do something about it, I'm gonna do something about it. Thanks. And we can close this camera. I know, isn't she sweet? She was a bit of a stinker earlier. Hang on. Oops. This cracked me up that she did this, like, on camera. She was a stinker. Hang on. Oh god, why? I realized that she was booty wiggling on Artie. She was just like, wiggle, wiggle, I'ma get you. And I was like, you little stink. Play it again. Wiggle, wiggle. Sweet Artie's not paying attention at all. Oh, I love them. What a bunch of goobers. It's funny that they call that a safety feature because it would distract me so bad. Same though. Like, there are certain people that I raid into sometimes who I love. I adore these streamers. But they have this, like, soundboard thing where it automatically lowers their music volume slightly when they speak, or maybe it just, I don't know how it works. Drives me crazy though, because I'll just be sitting there and like listening, and then like they stop talking and the music gets louder, and then they start talking and the music gets softer. And I get that it's cool, but that's all I can focus on, and I stop focusing on what they're talking about. And it's just such a bummer, like, that my brain gets so focused on the sound, like the differences in the noise, that I lose complete focus of like anything else. Surprise Artie hasn't been a surprise attacked more, has she? I don't know, but it was funny because then they were out in the living room, and or no, this was before stream started. They were in the living room. Pippin had chased her, and all of a sudden I just hear Artie go. Now the good thing is Pippin listens when she hisses at her, so it was really funny. That she was like, "Leave me alone." Do you think you could stop the rib pattern sooner and do the regular knit up till the decreases? You could. The ribbed pattern, it's supposed to be folded over. And it's supposed to be the part that like stretches over your head, if that makes sense. So like the Aunt Shirley hats that I make, they're just the rib stitch the whole time, because then the whole hat is stretchy and it fits nicer. So like, are there pictures of people wearing the hats on the pattern? There's just this. And then with it like folded and pulled down. So could you? Yeah, you could do whatever. I don't really change knitting patterns, because knitting patterns, I haven't learned how to write knitting patterns, so I can't really modify them, if that makes sense. So you could try it, absolutely. But since it's your first one, I would probably say you should too. One safety. So stupid that all these features are mandatory now. Yeah. My last car for 15 years, I don't get... to get one that constantly screams at me is the worst. Yeah. Alrighty, friends. We're going to take a stretch break, get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, stand up and take a stretch break. I'm going to go pee, because I was busy prepping cat stuff before stream and I forgot to pee. So I'll be right back. Thank you all for sitting through ads. Oh, whoosh. I appreciate it. Thanks for the lurk. Why are there children on my lo-fi? Who are you people? So what's everybody else doing today? Anyone doing anything? Gaming? Ooh, what you playing? Spent the morning cleaning. Now I'm deciding between Diamond Dot and beading. Freaking work! Wishing I was knitting and sleeping and playing Animal Crossing. All of it. All of it at the same time, right? The only way. Mm-hmm. It's honestly rude that our bodies need as much sleep as they do. You can't seem to wake up today. I probably should have taken a nap, considering that, like, I'm gonna try and trap a cat tonight, and then I'm gonna be stressed about it if I succeed. Because they're gonna be in my garage all anxious and sad. Because people were like, you could bring them into your house in the cage. And I was like, I mean, I could, but if they, like, have an accident or if they end up, like, spraying, that's just gonna stress everyone out. If they're just, like, in my house screaming all night, too, like, that's not... I don't know. I hate it. Like, I was saying to Kenya on the phone, when we trapped Gandalf, he was like Inky, where he came by multiple times a day and at night. And so, or I'm sorry, Gandalf. Did I say Inky? When we trapped Gandalf, we trapped him at like 6 in the morning, and the shelter opens for TNR at 8. So we trapped him, and basically by the time that we were like dressed and ready to go, it was like time to leave kind of thing. So like I didn't feel too bad about that because he wasn't in there very long. I haven't had to do the whole like long stupid. It's not worth the stress for my animals, no. I mean, James was like, you could put them in the breezeway. And I was like, my issue then becomes, again, if they like start scent marking or anything like that, that Pippin's gonna not feel safe in that space because it smells like a stinky boy. And I don't want that either. So like my only option is the garage. Put anything over the trap when in the garage? Yes. The blanket or the towel that's on top of it right now is going to stay on top of it the whole time. So there'll be a towel on top, a towel underneath. Initially, I was going to put heater out there as well, but I can't reach the plug. And yeah. I don't feel like climbing all over everything. Plus, I don't want it to get too hot in there for them. That they end up like... Yeah, it's not going to be like as windy, so that's good. Laundry is dry. To take a crochet break or to finish the task in folding. Oof. I also have to make dinner. Ugh. What are you crocheting? Is it something that you could do a little bit of? On the second coffee of the day and I'm dying. Oh no. Those are the worst. When you just like nothing you do helps. And like you just can't wake up. Join me in the folding, whispers. No, don't. Run as far as you can. Corner to corner blanket for your future daughter. Aww. That's so fun. Could always do like a row or two. And then go on to the folding. The folding's not going anywhere. Not me knitting a piece of my own hair into the hat. I always encourage a break. Yeah. I almost threw that stitch right off the knitting needle. I didn't, so... I don't know why I keep looking at the Wise camera to see if anyone's there. Like, I'm not trapping them now. It's like every time there's movement, though, I'm like, is that? Ugh. We'll do one more row. One more row. And then it's time for our hidden code. Hee. YCC! Hello, Raiders! How are you? How was your stream? Hi, Half to Happy. Prescriptions are expensive. Doctors have you on is $4,000 a month. If the manufacturer quit, yeah. When they wanted to put me on Xolair for the hives, that was a couple $1,000s a month. And the same thing, I'm like, well, what happens if the manufacturer stops offering assistance to cover it? How are you, YCC? How was your stream today? What were you up to? Let me get you a raid star. Good, you did quite a bit of rambling near the end. Did some sock mending. Ooh, the pile is still a bit big. Oh no. Finally over a cold. Oh no, I'm sorry you were sick. I'm glad you're finally feeling better. Well, welcome in, everybody. Oh my gosh. My name is Megan. If you haven't been here before. That sleeping little angel is Pippin. We are usually cross-stitching, crocheting, or knitting here. But we do other crafts like diamond dots and miniatures and all that. There's a lot of cats here. There's a lot of talk about cats. So if any of that sounds like your kind of thing, then you're in the right place. I'd hit out of pocket for the whole family for the year. Gotta love the fact that health insurance is nothing, or health medicine here in the US is just nothing but a way to make money. Nothing but a way for those in, you know, control of medication to become richer. It's awful. It's terrible. Thank you so much for the raid. Here is your raid star. If you need to raid and run or do any kind of post-stream self-care, please make sure that you go and do that. You are welcome, of course, to hang out and lurk or chat or whatevs. We're knitting today. We are knitting this hat. There's also a crochet version. This is it's a remake of a 1940s protest hat that Norwegians knit and wore to protest Nazi occupation. And it's been redone to protest ICE occupation. Oh. Okay, bye. And it's $5. And the money gets donated to Minnesota immigration organizations. And so far, they have raised $650,000 just selling $5 hat patterns. And I think that's pretty cool. It's a small woman-owned yarn shop, and I kind of love that. Oh, hello. You got off the... Oh my god, you have drool on your mouth. That was a good sleep, huh? That was a good sleep? She's, Hi, Mom. Shoot! Guys, I was filming... I was filming myself knitting this so that I could upload it. Where did my phone stand go? Where did it go, Pippin? Laundry is folded and put away. Heck yes.
Pippin, where is it? Did you take it?
She's like, oh shoot, I've been caught. Did I bring it into the other room? That's a good shot, huh? A good chance. That's okay. All I've done is just knit more row or done the same thing. So it's okay. It's not like I really missed anything, you know? It's like the same thing that I was doing yesterday. I remembered before the change or the important bit. Laundry still needs to be put away. That can wait till stretch time. There we go. Oh, hello. Are you back? Hi, you're so brave. You came right back. I mean, being brave means you could have stayed too, you silly girl. You didn't even have to go anywhere. Hi. Oh, and we flooped over. All right, let me take a look at my pattern here. That's, oh. I broke the ring. Oh, good, it snapped back. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right, so now we need to knit and place our markers for where the decreases are going. So I had okay. I need more stitch markers. You don't have to go anywhere. You're fine. Oh no, they're tough to open and close. Hi again. What's up? Can you guys hear her when she like makes that chirpy sound whenever she jumps? What are we even doing? Kisses, thank you. Being a menace. A menace. That's my favorite. Her little lick nibble. I love you, but I'm gonna bite you a little. Seeing her thrive and be happy makes my heart happy. I'm so glad. It makes my heart happy too. Do you want to play? Oh, that's what we needed. Oh, that's what we needed. Why are you up there? Hold on. Hold on, wait. This might be like a weird thing, but the camera's at least turned the right way over here. Hi, what are you doing? Yeah, it's in between the couch and the wall. You've trapped it. She's nibbling it like corn on the cob. Hang on. We got a booty wiggle. You're laying on it now. Ma'am. You are tangled, girly. How did you? There we go. Okay, we got there. Cat also thought the pole was more fun. Yeah, just like... I liked how I could tell that she was, like, not exactly wanting to be pet. Like, she wasn't upset about it, but, like, the way that she was, like, play biting my hand and, like, grooming it, she's like, I kind of have energy and I don't know what to do with it. Like, I love you. I love you and I want to give you kisses, but also I want to bite something. Are we done? Have we wiggle wormed enough? Okay. Oh, no. Little more. Little more. Little more. We're almost on empty. Every once in a while, I'm reminded that she has an orange dot on her head. And that's where I think the orange brain cell resides. Because sometimes she looks like that. Alright, do you think I can get back to my hat? This is why projects don't get completed around here. It's giving Andy dropping Woody in Toy Story 2. I don't want to play with you anymore. Also, she has already mouse under her butt. Well, it looked weird, okay, Pip? It looked funny. What happened? He didn't quite make the jump. You didn't quite make it, baby. It's okay. Quick bath. No one saw anything. Quick bath. Wash away the shame. I love how shocked cats can get when they don't make the jump. There's just that it's just shocked Pikachu face. I love her booty wiggles. She does the best booty wiggles. They're so ferocious, Pippin. Oh, that was so good. That was so graceful, baby. Good job. All right, Miss Ma'am. I think I'm going to get back to my hat now, okay? Okay. You have your springs you can play with. And you have your Y button. And you have all your toys, okay? They have to be perfectly straight when in the hoop. What do you mean? Not her still attacking it. Alright, if this is... This is 60. Wait, it was 73. So I should stitch 11 and then start this so that it's centered. The grain, your lines are wonky. Do you have a picture? Because I'm not quite sure. Yeah, like it doesn't have to line up. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. You wouldn't complain about cat content either? No. But I'm currently stitching my secret hidden message, so I figure people might want to see that. Got it figured out? Okie dokie. I love this. Stitch markers are the round start and where the decreases will be. Correct. It tells you in the pattern where to place your stitch markers, so I place them. Pass it from one needle directly to the next. Yep. I did. Because it's not actually marking around. It's marking, like, the space, if that makes any sense. You're so welcome. This pattern I like because it actually does tell you to, like, slip the... It tells you to do that. And not all the patterns that I've done tell you that. Hooray! My hat has the saying now. So I'm supposed to start my decreases, but I'm gonna do one more round of just regular knits. That way the saying isn't getting lost in the decreases, if that makes any kind of sense. I mean, it's gonna get lost. That's kind of the whole point. Is that it's not gonna be the most noticeable unless you're looking. I mean, I guess that I could technically knit the word fuck a bunch of times over and over again. And yeah, if you think of any other questions, you're welcome to message me, Allison. Walking around with her toy. Oh, I love it when they get proud of themselves. They're like, I did a thing. Look at me. Maybe I should have sandwiched it in between a row of knit. Because it's hard to tell. Noting for myself. It's more that I know it's there, you know? Like, I don't need everyone to know. It's good that I know. Oh, Patch, go lie down. What are you doing? Just all of a sudden at the door and went, okay. You good? The funny thing is, if I was crocheting, I would just undo it and add, like, change it to be the way that I want. Like, with an extra row of knit. I'm not frogging knitting. I'm not doing that. Should I? There's like the... I could add another row of it. Hi, Sari. I am coding. I mean... Like, you can see it. Sarah, we're making a resistance hat. And I'm hiding Morse code in it just like they used to pass information back in, like, World War II times. And I'm just trying to decide... Like, I could do it again. so that it... The code says fuck ice on it, by the way. That's how you write that in knit speak. Like how they used to back in the day. Yeah, I'll do it one more time. I'll do it one more time. It'll be your first piece of anything with a bad word on it. I love that. I love that for you. Hang on. You're my pearl now. Pearl, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, are you not lining up? Hold on. I don't have a lot of brain power. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, hold up. Okay. I don't blame you. Pearl, 1, 2, 3. Pearl, 1. Pearl, pearl. Okay. How are you today, Sari? I did something wrong, chat. But I think I did something wrong down. I thought that I said... We're undoing. We're gonna do it the right way. Now, I frog like this because I don't feel like having to... No, I think that I messed up the code the first time. And it might have been because it's hard to see since, like, the knits and the pearls. Yeah. I don't know. We're frogging? Yeah. The scary thing with knit frogging is that if you miss a stitch, the whole thing can come undone. So I just undo my work. It's fine. We're gonna hang out. We're just gonna chat. It's not gonna take long. Oh, perfect. Ads? I'll do this during ads. I'll stand up. Okay? I will not just sit here. Don't worry. I will stand up. I will change how I'm sitting. But I'll just keep frogging. So, first of all, we're going to delete that video because I'm not actually doing anything in it. What I'm doing... You do it like that too. I don't want to drop a stitch now. What I'm doing... Let's see if I can... Is I'm putting my needle... Like, if I undo the... If I take this out... This is my last stitch. So I'm putting my needle back in there and then dropping the other stitch. So I'm putting my needle basically in the stitch before and then removing the stitch. That's what you thought? Yeah. You do it like that? Yeah, it's just, it's... All right. Ads, stretch, get your snacks, your drink. You move your laundry. All of you who have been waiting to do laundry. Now, do it. Okay. I love you. Bye.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Raiders, hello! Welcome in. You came just as the ads were wrapping up. What good timing. Welcome in. How was your stream today? What were you getting up to? I'm currently frogging 2 rows of knitting. That's how things are going right now. I forgot to copy the raid message. That's okay. Welcome in, noob. It's good to see you. But welcome in, everybody. My name is Megan. I am a neurodivergent variety streamer and crafter. I am usually cross-stitching, crocheting, or knitting. We are knitting right now. We are knitting the Melt the Ice beanie. Or hat. I guess it's not really beanie. I really love the whole story behind this, though. Basically, this yarn store designed a pattern based off of a 1940s resistance hat. And they redid it, and every time that you buy the pattern, they donate the money to different Minnesota immigration groups. And we kind of love that. So they have raised over $500,000 at this point, just by selling the pattern. And so we are making the hat right now. And what's really fun, is that we are also, adding our own code. Back in the day, knitters used to put code in, their work. They could use it to pass along messages about troop movements, or to let people know, you know, when trains were coming by, or whatever. So this is how knitting code works. This is Morse code in knit speak, if you will. And I realized that I didn't make a mistake. I just realized that I didn't like how it looked, and I wanted to add another row of single knit stitches before doing the code, because I don't want it to be like super obvious, but I want it to be noticeable, you know? Like I want those who know to know. So, and if you're wondering what this says, it says fuck ice. Because that's exactly how we feel here. So I hope that you all are here for some vibes. There's a cat here who's been playing with a toy. We're just here chilling, chatting about animals. Again, frogging, unfortunately, but that's okay. Anyway, here's your raid star. The vibes are immaculate. Why, thank you. What were you working on today? Did you tell me? I don't know if you did. I hit copy and it didn't copy. I accidentally sent the wrong message. Oh my gosh, the worst is when you end up accidentally like sending a link. Like someone asked, you know, for a link. Oh, also, if anyone wants to make the hat, they have both a knit and crochet version. Oops. And both of the versions, the $5 will go immediately back into, like I said, different Minnesota immigration groups that help the people of Minnesota out right now, because it's a time. It's a time. Did some co-working this morning and more of the February feature game, Dragon Age. Ooh. Wait, so do you do like a different game every month? That's so fun. I love that. A big choice with bad consequences. Oh. I'm sorry. Well, yes, we have cozy vibes. We're just chilling, chatting. Lurkers are definitely welcome here. You're welcome to chat. You're welcome to craft. If you want to let me know what you're working on today, if you're gaming, if you're just vibing, feel free. But also, never a need to talk here. You can just hang for the vibes. Frogging and knitting is so much more difficult than frogging and crocheting, and I hate it. We're almost done, I keep telling myself as I cry a little bit more. I have one more go around after this. Ah! I dropped a stitch. It's fine. It's fine. No one panic. No one panic, we're fine. Often switching things up. Currently Baldur's Gate 3, nice. Writing, co-working, other things. Thanks to a community vote, we're doing only... Oh! Only Dragon Age and co-working this month. Oh! I see. We've been doing a ton of Animal Crossing here. I game on Thursdays and on weekends if I stream. My husband is currently deployed, so I've been streaming more on weekends just because I don't really have anything else. I mean, I have a lot going on, but sometimes I get lonely, so I come and hang out with you guys. Well, I hope that you're having fun with the game. If I had put a lifeline in, we wouldn't be worried about this. Camera, handful of other things, yeah. Personal taste, fantastic story, excellent gameplay, amazing characters. Good gameplay and good characters can make up for a lot in a game. Likewise, bad character writing and bad gameplay can absolutely ruin an otherwise, like, graphically pretty game. You just ordered yarn for it? Hell yeah, Sleeping. I love that. Oh, hey Liz, I added an extra special little touch on mine. I actually don't really love how it looked, so I'm frogging it right now to redo how I'm doing it. Because I know what I want to do now that I've done it once. Back in the day, knitters used to knit code into their garments as a way of, you know, further resistance and supporting of their troops. This says fuck ice in knit Morse code. And I didn't like where I added it, so I'm undoing it and I'm going to redo it. We're finally at the point. I did it. I don't like frogging and knitting. I can do it. It makes me stressed. My Aunt Shirley, who taught me how to knit, used to be able to just like... She could just like take the knitting right off her needles and like pull out 16 rows, throw it back on, and then like keep going. That makes me stressed. So we're almost done. This is the last thing we have to frog. My office has changed. Yeah, we moved it in January before James left. I swapped my table because the one that I was using before wasn't the right height. And it was starting to like really irritate like my back and my neck. So this is the table that we had downstairs where I used to sew. And so we swapped the tables, and this one is so much bigger. So much bigger. It didn't fit in my office the same way, so I had to rearrange everything. So yes, we moved everything before he left in January, and It's nice, because now when the cats are sleeping on the cat tree or the cat bed or the cat couch, you can see them. Pippin was up there earlier. She's currently right there. So yeah. Hi, Curious. You also love this project? I do too. I love everything about it. I love the fact that this like woman-owned small business is making such a huge difference. That all of us, like, I don't know if any of you guys back the first time that Trump was elected made the pussy hats. Yes, I know. We're just saying all the words on stream today. They had a pink hat that went viral as well. Where you could again knit or crochet it. And it was like a very specific style of hat. And I did that then too. And my favorite, like I wore it, I was a crossing guard back then. And I would wear it when I was out there doing my stuff. And it was great because the people who knew what the hat was felt better seeing it, if that makes sense. And it's like, I feel as though if I saw someone wearing one of these out, I would know that they're an okay person to be around. Does that make sense? Like, Lordy Lou. Of course, thank you again for the raid. Yes, please lurk. Go de-stream. Take care of yourself. We will be here yapping and knitting. We're going to actually be knitting again here in a minute. Like I said, I should have listened to my gut the first time when I was like, I should have changed it. But we're almost back to where we want to be. I'm excited because there are a couple of people now who are going to try a new craft to make these hats. And I love that. Like, join us. Learn a new craft. I feel safer when people have these kinds of things, yeah. I always aspire to be one of the people that you can tell is an ally. I've done a tiny bit of knitting. You never tried corner to corner before? I like doing corner to corner. The best part is when you finally get to the decreases on corner to corner. Then it feels like it goes so much faster. Before then, you just kind of sit there like, oh my god, this is never ending. Only knits, never purls or circulars? Gotcha. Okay, I've got like, I have to just go to here. And then we're going to be flying again. Especially because now we're going to just be doing like knit. Once this code is done, it's just rounds of knitting. Ooh, a graph can. Alright, we're good. Away we go. Hang on. We're going to remember to set up the recording this time. For the social medias. You don't remember the name, but you'll post a picture in Discord later. Okay. I always think that I thank my Aunt Shirley in my head when I knit and when I crochet, because she taught me how to knit continental, which is the way that I'm holding my yarn right now. And it's the way that I hold my yarn when I crochet too. And I don't know if that's how they were taught, because they knit and crochet, like my aunt and my grandmother and my great grandmother, because it's a lot easier to do it this way versus doing it. Well, I should say it's a lot easier to like crochet this way. Oh yeah, let's do some tickets. I have to start remembering to like set my alarm again to go off. Alright. If you haven't been here in a while, we do these ticket giveaways. You can type !ticket and you will be entered to win some tickets. Now you might be like, what am I going to do with these tickets? Well, at the beginning of stream, the first 3 people and anyone who's here before stream starts gets to vote on what craft we do on Friday. And we also do a ticket giveaway randomly throughout stream just to say, hey, thanks for being here. You can also help pick what we do on Friday. So, all right. You know, out of all of the Pokemon, and there are a lot, I feel like some of the ones we see all the time. Ticket catch? And then there are others that, like, we never see. And it's just... it's a head scratcher. Alright. Time to start our code again. For real this time, in the right spot. I mean, there was no wrong spot. It was just I didn't like how it looked. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I couldn't read chat because I had to look at my pattern. Hang on. Driving. Oh, okay. No worries. Oh, the code again. Just can't wait. What do you mean? Oh, on the code again. I read that as O, and I'm like, wait. I got it. I got the joke now. On the road again. Got it. Had to stop. Hubby's picking. My hand is cramping. Yes, take care of yourself. Don't overdo it. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 3. Exactly. It can be easy to be like, oh, I just want to keep going and all of that, but you are absolutely right. Don't push it. Because then you'll end up feeling bad later and your body will hurt. One, two. After we finish this row, we'll do the ticket giveaway. So go ahead and enter. We're almost done. We just have F to do. All right. The winner of the giveaway is Allison, who is driving and wanted the points to go towards bingo. So, marked down. By the way, we're not bingo as in Animal Crossing bingo, but bingo as in Bluey bingo. I have an amigurumi that's like 95% of the way done. So, that is what we are voting on. Adelaide! And look at that. We're caught up to where we were 30 minutes ago. But better now. Sit back, have a hot cup of tea, treat yourself. Yes. That all sounds lovely. Finish your first thread of cross stitch. Nice. I love people trying new crafts. Makes me so happy. I like the sound the stitch markers make on the table. Knitting is like a very rhythmic thing. My needles that I'm using are plastic, so they don't make the satisfying little like tink sound. But I like these because I can change out the cable if I need to. And that's why I'm using them. Oh, goodness, not me just like throwing the stitch off the needle. That's no good. All right, time to do some decreases. Hooray! All right, let's go back over here to the pattern. Welcome back, your EP. Get two together. Oh no, Allison, I was wrong. There is a different kind of decrease. Hang on. I wonder if I can find like a video to show you. Oh, this one's actually... It's actually a very easy decrease. Stitch works up quick, yeah. Let me... Okay. So it's a slip, slip, knit. Hang on. Boop. So you just slide the stitch from one needle to the other. And then you take them and you knit them. I don't know how to explain it. It's a little fiddly the first time. Oh, cool. I'm sure James is watching. I can post that video too in the Discord if you want. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it. I'm going to do what the pattern says. It is the hat, yep. Yeah, gold medal. It took me a minute too. I like the color. Yeah, it's a really deep red. Have a safe drive home, silly. Oops. Oh no, did I do that? No, I did that in the right spot. Okay. This is the only thing. One, two, three. Yeah, okay. Sorry, my brain just... All of a sudden it was like beep boop. Laundry mountain is folded now just to put it away. Heck yes. Proud of you. Between each marker. Okay. So now we just repeat these decrease. Wow. Rude, Pokemon. I know. I wanted a kitty. I know. It was a cute Pokemon. The Pokemon's name was Shitty for a hot second. So, whoops. fine. I didn't almost drop my stitch. It's fine. Shitty the kitty. Today on the all swears theme. Yeah, this is the only day that this Pokemon can show up on stream. Is just on Sweary Tuesday. Oh gosh, it's Tuesday. That means I have to take garbage out. Oh no. Oh, I've had to do all the boy jobs. I might have to, like, go to the store and get myself a sweet treat at some point. Like some ice cream or that strawberry lemonade drink. Because let me tell you, it has been a freaking time. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Especially because, like, James isn't even in class. He's just there, and he can't come home, and he can't start class for, like, a month. So all this time that he was making up by, like, getting done with class early doesn't matter. He's not going to be home any earlier. Yep. Yep. It does suck. It is not nice. I agree. All this time, like, it's like right now he technically should have been starting his last school that he was at that he's already done with. Oh, hi. What you doing? Hi. Are you being a weirdo? Oh, hi. She's just sitting there all of a sudden. Like, oh, hi. Hi there. Are you watching what I'm doing? What you doing? Why do you look so grumpy? Oh my goodness, you woke up from your nap feeling grumpy, Pippin? She's sitting there like, I angry. Okay. I'm sorry you're so grumpy all of a sudden. I mean, it happens to the best of us. I had a bad dream, Bubbles. Did you not catch the mouse in your dream? Huh? Did you not catch it? Look at her face. She's so unamused. She's like, whatever, Mom. Whatever. Oh yeah, it is almost food time. That means I gotta go put the bowl under the thing so it doesn't throw food all over the floor. Speaking of food bowls, we're all trained now. Oh. Oh. And Artie, leave your sister's food alone. Seriously. Little stinkers. Oh, you know what? When I pulled the pattern back up, I realized I minimized the camera. I don't know if Inky came by. Did you come by? No. Okay. They came by and got lunch today. Okay. One moment, please. Artie's dish is down. Allison, are you home, by the way? Or somewhere that you can watch stream? Because I can show you how to do the other decrease if you want. And you can clip it if you need to. Really? That's weird. They just aren't there. I just realized that I've been doing that decrease wrong. That's probably gonna mess up stuff. Hi, James. I wonder if it's because it is a, I wonder if it's because you're not subscribed. Maybe I don't have the emotes added to Discord. Maybe they're only there through Twitch integration. Because, like, some emotes I add, like the animated ones, it doesn't bring the animation in unless I add those ones. So maybe it's because they're just there through Twitch integration. I'll have to take a look. I'm glad, James. Right, I think that's part of the problem. Yeah, I was doing the decrease wrong. Yeah, it might just be... I'll have to look and see if I can change it so that even if you're not subscribed, you can still use the emotes, because I don't really care if you use them. I don't know if there's like a thing I have to change or uncheck. But I'll look. It's my own fault for being goofy and not thinking about... I was just like, oh, I don't need to slip them. Yeah, I do, Megan, because you're slip stitching. I just had a brain fart. It's fine. I have enough yarn. I can always make another one if it bothers me that much. It's been so long since I've done knitting. I'm not surprised that there are some mistakes. Am I here still? What the? There was like a surge or something. Like my light went all weird. Yeah, Hammy, there is a temperature, there's a picture right there. If you would like to see. Alright. Ads are gonna play. I have to herd cats. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty. Thank you all for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. Thank you. It was a labor of love. It was a lot of work. I'm still not 100% done. That's what I was working on. That's why I was talking about it today. Because personally, I feel like I just wanted it to be sturdier than it was. Because the initial join method left like a lot of gaps. So I'm adding some more security now. Is it necessary? No. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Thank you. Thank you all for sitting through ads. Welcome back to you. We're probably going to wrap up after this round, unfortunately. Because I do have to take out garbage. And I have to have dinner, and then I have to prep to catch a cat tonight. This is your notification to spay and neuter your animals. And if you can't afford to spay or neuter your animals, there are low-cost spay and neuter places normally around you that you can bring them. And furthermore, if you cannot spay or neuter your pets, don't let them go outside. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So, he's one of them. He's also not neutered, Hammy. He and Tigger got into it last night. And I was like, you know what? That's enough. I'm done. I'm fed up. So I called the shelter to make sure that I could bring them for TNR. They also said that I could bring Tigger in for, like, stray hold, because they'll take care of his injuries then. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to trap him and bring him tomorrow and be like, this is a cat in our area who I can't find the owner, but they're pretty badly banged up, so can you please fix them up? I'll pay for the neuter. But yeah, I have to trap him, and that part makes me... It's nerve-wracking to do. And then I have to keep him basically in my garage overnight until I can bring him to the shelter in the morning, which is also nerve-wracking, so... I'm just... And to get to the shelter, I have to drive the way that makes me anxious. So I'm just a nervous mess about all of it. Like, I don't want to do it. And I shouldn't have to do it. It's not my cat. But since no one else is going to do it, I will. People make me nuts. Where's... I hope it goes well, too. Whose cat kept getting pregnant and they claimed they couldn't afford to get her spayed. I gave them so many resources, even offered to drive them. They declined. Yeah, there's only so much you can do. Like, I have offered, like, I posted about these cats, and how, you know, they were looking. Owners didn't comment. A lot of other people did. A lot of other people who were concerned were like, thank you for what you're doing, and like, you know, blah blah. And I can show you if you want, Tigress, what happened last night. If you're curious. Or if anyone else is curious. I showed at the beginning of stream, but I know we have people with different time zones and things of that sort. People suck. They do. Every time they took her to get spayed, she was pregnant again. Guess what? I mean, this might upset some people. You can stay a pregnant cat. Just like how a person who has a baby, like if they're pregnant, cannot be, you can spay a pregnant cat. Or, again, keep your pet inside if they're not spayed, for God's sake. Oh my gosh, that sucks. That poor baby. Yeah, so last night I was trying to get Mittens to come closer to me. So that I could try and remove his extra long collar. Because I was annoyed. And he was close, and I was like, come here, buddy, what's up? And then he got all puffy. All puffy. And I'm like, oh, you're mad.
Be careful, okay?
I'm like, what are we mad about? I don't even know how they heard the other cat. And now here we go.
Oh. Hey.
And there's Tigger. And this is what happens when you have two male cats who are not neutered fighting over territory.
Hey.
And that's why they're both gonna get neutered, even though they have an owner. It cracks me up that they stand so close and scream. I know. You hear there's a dog barking, like they're freaking out. Like, I don't, like... And I'm like, guys...
Hey, knock it off.
And then it starts up again. And so it went on for a while. Like, a while. And I finally got them to break up by chucking food at their area that they were in. And that was, like, enough for them to...
Knock it off.
And I'm like, I'm terrified that they're gonna start fighting. And then they finally break up. And then look at Tigger.
Hey, that's not cool. You gotta be nice. Hi. That's not nice.
He's the one who's all scratched up. You can see his back.
You can't go in.
You can see he's all jacked up.
That's not nice. Alright? That's not. That's not. There's enough food for everyone, okay?
Just a little... Like his little...
I promise.
And then he starts, like, digging to scent mark around my house. And I'm like, get the hell out of here. Get out of here. So, that is why they're both going to end up... There's 3 cats that I need to get to the shelter to TNR. So that's $90 that I'll... Well, actually more than. It'll be around $100, 100 plus, to take care of other people's animals. So $70 to take care of these 2 cats who have homes. Because they both have collars. And then $30, $35 for another cat, Birch, who is a true feral and does not have a home and is afraid of me. But he is also very much not neutered. But these two, Tigger's the one who's an instigator, because I think Tigger's like, this is my house now. I like this place. I'm going to hang out here. And so he starts to be like, you can't come to my food bowl. And I'm like, dude, first of all, not your house. Second of all, there's enough food, so shut up. I wish people understood what happens. Yeah, and I'm willing to bet that one of them, both of them have FIV. Because if they're getting into fights with a lot of other feral cats, I am willing to bet that they have what Maple has. Tigger is the one that comes into my house, yeah. He's the one that I think I'm gonna bring and just be like, this is like a stray hold sort of situation. Like, they're injured, they're not neutered. I will pay. I have no problem paying for his neutering. Like, I'll pay for it. I'll pay the TNR cost. That's fine. But honestly, find him a home. He needs a home. He would be happy with people. You saw how he came right up to me. Like, he would be fine with a family. Like, the owner should be charged. Correct. I would agree with that. They do not have a micro. Well, I don't know. Tigger does not have a microchip. I've been able to scan him because he comes right up to me and he has no problem. I have attempted. I have not been able to scan Mr. Mittens. Mr. Mittens used to be called Mittens, and then we realized that he was a boy. So we call him Mr. Mittens now. Mr. Mittens is the other black cat, or the black and white cat in that video. Inky, I have also been able to scan, because the thing is, when you bring them into for TNR at the shelter, they do also offer microchipping. Like, if you want, you can microchip the cats. So I did, because I was like, maybe Inky has someone, like, who TNR'd him and microchipped him. Because he's a sweet little guy. But he didn't come up on the microchip reader either. And I've used the reader. I used it on Patch. I used it on all 3 cats. And they all have different microchip brands, and all of them were able to be read by the reader. So I know that it's working. Just that these cats don't have homes, so. Yeah. And then there's Sequoia, who I love so much, and he is not afraid at all of the trap. I do not know if this cat needs to be TNR'd. I have not gotten a good look at their booty. But he was just like, oh, the food's in here? Okay. Walked right in. Alright. Ate a bunch, sat in it for a little bit, like, this is nice! And it's like, okay. I only have one remote control trap, though, so. It's not expensive. Some people are like, it's painful, it's invasive. It's not. It's not. It's a shot. It's a slightly bigger needle, and it's a shot, and it's not painful. I think that it should be required too. Especially because, like, now you don't even need to, like, pay fees. Like, you used to have to pay to have like the pet on the microchip, like, to connect with your information. You don't even have to do that anymore. You pay like a one-time fee. So, I agree. I don't think that there's any reason that an animal shouldn't be microchipped. It's law for all puppies to be Oh! That's smart. I think that's very smart. It's not subscription-based anymore. No, it's the one-time fee, and it's not even that expensive. Like, it is not... It's not hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's like, I don't know, what, maybe 50? and then your pet can always be like tracked back to you. That's a no-brainer. And again, a lot of these clinics that I was talking about, like that do the low-cost spay and neuter, will do a low-cost microchip too. We can only get everything else off a subscription model. Lord almighty. I'm so over subscriptions. Alrighty, friends. That's gonna do it for us today, because as much as I would love to just keep going until this is done, because it's close, I have to take out garbage and take care of myself and get ready for whatever my night brings. I might... Hey, James, are you here? So my dad was saying that HP has like an ink thing, and if you cancel your subscription, they make it so you can't use the printer anymore. Yeah. James, what time do you get up in the morning? Yeah, they lock the cartridges so you can't print. A little after 6, but that's gonna change. Well, because if I have to drive to the shelter tomorrow morning to drop off a cat, I'm wondering if you're going to be able to be on the phone with me. Because I would have to leave probably around 7:30-ish. And if you are not going to be around, I might ask if anyone in chat is that wants to like hop on a Discord call, because I am an anxious mess about driving there, so distractions are good. 6:30 your time, so call away. Fabulous. You can rent your printer now too, but after the term is up, you don't keep the printer. It's so crazy. The ink, you can't use it unless you do a monthly subscription, yeah? Yeah, if you have like a smart printer, I guess, like I guess it depends on the printer, because like we have an old HP printer that I can still print from, but it's like from 8 to 10 years ago, the HP printer I have. So they don't have all of like the fancy chips in the cartridge that they can lock. Yeah, I have an Epson Eco Tank now for printing like stuff for my business. Yeah. Crazy. Money hungry goblins, let me tell you. Alright. Tomorrow the plan is that we're gonna finish this hat and we're gonna start another one, which is a commission. So we're just hatting it up in here. You know what I actually wonder? Oh. I told him, and he was like, I want it to be a surprise. Because I asked him if he wanted me to send a picture of the yarn. You're welcome to let him know, though. Like, you can tell him that I'll be starting it tomorrow. If he wants to come and see, he's welcome to. Alright, this is a 7. Maybe I'll show you guys how double-pointed needles work, Allison, if you're interested. 9. You know vaguely? Okay. Alright. That's it. I have to go do garbage now. Because my husband's off having a 15th bachelor party. He went to the gym and then the sauna. While I do all the stuff here. I love the military. Anyway. Don't get me started. Well, I will keep you guys... I will post in Discord tonight if I end up catching a cat. I'll let you all know. I'm gonna try and trap around, like, midnight to 1 a.m. That would be ideal. Because then they're just in the carrier less and less. Like, I could try and trap them now. But then they're just in the carrier from now until, like, for 12 hours. And that just... I feel like they're just gonna be upset. So I'm not putting out food. Like, if Inky comes by, I'll feed him. But I'm not gonna put food out until late tonight. I'll check when I undoubtedly wake up in the middle of the night, yeah. Alrighty, friends. That's gonna do it. Let's wrap this up. Have a wonderful rest of your time zone. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds that you have to take, to be kind to yourself and other people. Remember you are loved. I will see you all tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, keep your fingers crossed. Think of me tonight. Because I don't know why I instantly, like, when I trapped Gandalf, I cried. I had, like, a massive, like, adrenaline dump because you're just like, oh my god, I did it. Anyway. So, you know where we're gonna go? Let's go say hi to Furball Farms. Like, if I won the lottery, you wouldn't necessarily, like, I wouldn't tell people, but you would know. Because all of a sudden I'd have a sanctuary like this. Furball Farms is awesome. They are a rescue that takes in cats like these, that find them homes, that get them medical care, and if they never are fully socialized and want homes, then they just live here forever. It's gorgeous, it's amazing, it's everything I want to do in my life. I'll see you guys tomorrow, alright? I'll see you over there too. Okay, bye.